Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Looks like smart contracts one way or another is coming to XRP, and it looks like one way or another people will be able to earn some yield off of their XRP. This article here is titled XRP to integrate with key ally Flare networks. I don't know why they phrased it that way. XRP is not a company. They wrote it like it's a company, like it's Ripple or one of the other companies building on XRPL, but it's not. But I get what they're talking about. I get what they're saying. What they're trying to allude to is Flare networks for a while now. They've been working on their F assets. As a matter of fact, they're testing it out on the testnet. So if you don't know, F assets is like how you wrap any of these like regular non-smart contract tokens, and then you can use them with smart contracts. So you can wrap Bitcoin, you can wrap Dogecoin, and XRP is right there as well. They've been testing them out on the Flare network's Costa network, the Costone network or Costun network, however you pronounce that, is their testnet. We all know that. I think most of us know that. And then here's the big thing that's really interesting. Once it goes from the Costa net, then it moves to Songbird, which is their like it's a live blockchain Songbird, but it's sort of like a test track where you take a car and you test drive it, right? With live assets and everything. You can stake everything on Songbird. You can stake Songbird. You can delegate. No, not stake Songbird. I think you delegate Songbird. Something like that. I don't know. Something like that. So then it hits Songbird. And then once they test it out with live money, make sure it's working, then they move it to Flare network, the main chain, the big dog. And that's where people will be staking their Flare and, delegating Flare and making all of this yield and stuff. So they're trying to bring smart contract with all of that. They're trying to bring smart contracts to XRP and allow people to earn yield off of their XRP. But then, like I said, also is going to be big with Bitcoin as well, Dogecoin as well. I mean, that company, in my humble opinion, is very impressive. They just are. Like, a lot of people have something against that company for things in the past. I don't know about any of that. I wasn't there for that. I just know right now what they're doing is interesting. So you have this going on with Flare trying to bring smart contracts to XRP. And then you have the native thing going on, which I believe they had some votes or something like that. Was it like in the last few days where they're close to, or maybe they got enough votes to begin implementing that? I don't know. I'm not going to tell you I keep up with every single thing that goes on, but the essence of what I'm trying to say is they're bringing smart contracts to XRP one way or the other. So the game is about to change. So we have that going on. We have the possible ending of the case at some point this year. They're talking about summer. Watch that video yesterday. That was a potent video right there. So we have a lot going on this year that's going to be huge for XRP. All right, so that's what they're talking about here. It says, despite the close association between Flare Networks and Ripple Labs, the blockchain payments linked token XRP is not operational on the former. Not yet. Like I said, they're testing it out on the Costone network, on their test network. It's coming, folks, and it might be real impactful, as a matter of fact. It says XRP to go live on Flare Networks. Co-founder and CEO of Flare Network, Hugo Fillion, took to X platform to reveal that XRP will come to the Flare network through the FXRP asset. That's what I was talking about, the F assets. According to Fillion, see, I keep up with all of this stuff. I just don't cover it. It says, according to Fillion, the integration will be done through the help of Layercake, a decentralized asset that will even extend the integration of XRP to other protocols beyond Flare network. I was understanding that Flare network is not an asset, but it's a mechanism. I could be wrong on that, but you just let me know. I think Layercake is a mechanism by way they bring like decentralization and so a few other things it can do. But you can go to Flare Network's actual website and just read up on it, right? That's where I went. I went directly to the source. This is as an Oracle network looking to gain market share from Chainlink and the Graph. There's plenty of room to play. I hate this comparison mind state, but there's plenty of room to play for everybody. You're going to see that. It says developer support is important. And with the Layercake protocol, Fillion noted that decentralized application. I'm going to stop here because now they're talking about Layercake. I just want to know about XRP. All right. So now let's move on here. We got another article. This one here is titled. So the next article is actually about the native smart contracts. See, I'm glad when I'm putting this stuff together that I have like a certain pathway I want to follow, a logical pathway. Because I'm telling you, sometimes I forget, like just now, I didn't remember how I ordered these articles. This article is titled, XRP Network Now Close to Welcoming Smart Contracts as Needed, 10,000 Votes Achieved. All right, so let's find out what's going on. One way or another, those smart contracts are coming. The XRP community has shown emphatic support for hooks, a blockchain seeking to establish smart contract features on the XRP ledger. XRPL validator VET recently initiated a survey to gauge the XRP community's position on integrating smart contract capabilities into XRPL through hooks. The poll asked members, quote, "Do you want hooks, native smart contracts on the XRP ledger," unquote. The survey has closed with an overwhelming majority in voting in favor of hooks. Of course, who doesn't want smart contracts? People want a piece of that Ethereum Solana cake, and we know we could take a huge chunk of it. We know for a fact. And XRP is respected. And the companies utilizing XRP are respected. It's the same thing with Stellar, same thing with Algorand. These companies are going to go far. My humble opinion, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But they're going to go far because of the respect that they have. People want to use them. They're fast. They're cutting edge. They're better than all the rest. It says, in particular, the poll attracted 11,503 participants with 93.6% voting, quote, yes, because they're wise people. They're wise individuals. It says, unquote, while only 6.4% selected, quote, no, unquote. Hey, to each his own. To each his own. Essentially, 10,766 people have supported the integration of smart contract-like functionalities into the XRPL. So, big moments are coming, but none as big as the ending of that SEC case. Ripple, I'm telling you again. I'm going to tell you one more time, Ripple. You better, I'm telling you, you better get those announcements ready. You better drop. I want announcements dropping like bomb, boom, 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 boom. You've been sitting on some, we know it, NDAs are going to be expiring or something. I don't know. You better make them expire. Get those announcements ready. That case ends, just make people's heads spin. I'm talking about make the rocket lift without even making the rocket lift. It's like the art of fighting without fighting, like Bruce Lee. Just make the announcements. That's all you got to do. Make the announcements, get out of the way. The people are ready. I promise you, even people that left, they're ready. They're waiting. They're salivating. They're waiting for that moment, that golden moment. Oh, yeah, but believe it. I know people. I know the psychology of people. They want to play. Remember all that FUD and negativity on Bitcoin? I've lived through it. Oh, Bitcoin is trash. Bitcoin is not good. Bitcoin will never go. I heard people say Bitcoin would never go up again. Now it's at $50,000. $50,000. I bet you they bought some Bitcoin. If you're a smart money maker, you don't go by emotions. If you're a money maker, you go by logic, right? Data, information, research, and then you make decisions. A lot of people, they say they're going to do this or that. They're just playing the game. But when it's time to make money, they come back, they get that money. Oh, you put that, when crypto starts going up, it's like putting money on the table, and it money on the wood makes the betting good. They're going to put their hand on that money, and they're going to take that money. And it looks like it's almost time to play. Bitcoin's at $50,000. You don't think at some point that liquidity is about to start flowing out, trickling into those other cryptos? Man, I'm getting excited just looking. I'm getting flashbacks of the 2021 bull run when we first came in here. I'm getting flashbacks, folks. Yeah. Maybe it's still a little bit early. Maybe it's not. I don't know. We're going to find out. Yeah. Tick-tock, just a matter of time. Let's go to another article here. It is Monday, folks. Did you have a good day today? I hope you did. This article is titled, Ripple Could Sell XRP to Non-US VCs to Enhance XRPL Blockchain. It says here, I don't know why I just drug that out, but it worked anyway. So that blockchain, it just works anyway. Yeah, we have swag like that. It says the co-founder of Block Digital Corporation, Santiago Velez, recently explained how the XRP ledger ecosystem could enhance with XRP, citing a case with Solana. It says Velez revealed while discussing the perceived lack of growth and adoption for the XRP ledger over the years. I mean, that's opinion, especially when compared to newer protocols such as Solana. He called attention to one solution for this problem, the advent of venture capital firms. Solana VC funding says, according to Santiago Velez, Solana has witnessed massive growth since its launch in March 2020 because of venture capital firms pumping capital into the ecosystem for the development of multiple projects. Oh, I see where he's going with this. Yes, and that makes a lot of sense. These projects contribute to adoption and ecosystem growth. This person's making a lot of sense. It says, notably, according to data from Crunchbase, Solana boasts about 47 investors, including leading VC firms such as Andreessen Horowitz A16Z, Pantera Capital, Coinbase Ventures, and Paradigm. Its latest funding involved an undisclosed amount of synergetic investment last December. This person's making a lot of good sense. Ripple could sell XRP to non-US VCs. The next section says there, projects on the network have also secured funding to expedite their development. Velez believes this is what the XRPL ecosystem lacks. According to him, Ripple's holding of an enormous amount of XRP totaling 45 billion tokens as of December 2023 translates to a lack of VC firms in the ecosystem. Amid this absence of venture capital funding, the ecosystem has not witnessed a massive influx of projects sponsored to build on the XRP ledger and promote its adoption. Velez suggested that Ripple sell its XRP holdings to VC firms not based in the United States to this effect. There's no way that I don't think that Ripple already knows this, right? But they may have a vision that goes opposite of this. They may have a vision where this does not play a part, right? And I believe that they're just looking. I believe they have a lot set up. I could be completely wrong on this. I believe they have a lot set up and they're just waiting for the case to end. That's why I'm telling them, get those announcements ready. I think they have something planned, but I could be wrong about that, folks. I don't think that I am. It says the reason his proposal looks outside the U.S. is due to the legal implications that come from such sales within the country. Yep. Now that part I've always agreed with. I've been saying for a long time now, get it started outside the U.S. because the U.S. is even pissing me off. I'm going to tell you right now. The U.S. and a lot of things they're doing with their regulations, with their legislation has been pissing me off lately. And they've been doing more and more and more. And it's just like, sometimes it feels like, I don't know, man, I'm just going to keep it to myself. Why not? But yeah, they've been frustrating me greatly lately in a myriad of ways. And I see why a lot of people now, more than before, because years prior, there was a lot of people I know that just left the U.S. They just left. They're doing great. They have their businesses. They have farms, things like that. A lot of different things. They're doing great, living in peace. But now there's a huge influx of more of people, right? If I said that properly, but you get what I'm saying. There's a huge influx of people now leaving again. And I just say to myself, I understand completely. You want to be away from that stress, affordability of living is better. So because of the frustrations that makes me kind of go over that stuff in my mind. So now let's move on here. We got a few more articles to get through. So now we have this little article here, a little bit of stellar news today. It's very rare that an article is written about XLM, but we have this one here and it's titled Top Analyst predicts stellar XLM to shoot. Wait. Let me get this right. Let me scroll up. To shoot 4,433% to $5 upon W pattern formation. Now, I want to really clarify. This is this person's opinion. Okay? All right. Because some people, when I read articles, people put it on me like it's my opinion, like it's my thoughts. This is this person's opinion. All right. But we're going to read it because I enjoy reading these types of articles. I do. It says stellar XLM is on track to go parabolic with an imminent surge to an ambitious $5. If that happens, I'm telling you. Well, I keep that to myself, but I'm telling you, it's going to be a glorious day if that happens. So according to trends spotted by top market analyst eGrag, I like eGrag. I do. I know a lot of people, they just come right in the comment section. I don't like eGrag. To each his own. That's your opinion. Okay. I like eGrag. I do. I enjoy these articles. Stellar is one of the digital currencies judged to be undervalued. It's greatly undervalued, and I think it's manipulated. But let's keep going. Undervalued despite the unique value and enormous value it brings to the global payments landscape. 100% factual right there. In XLM's bid to continue its uptrend, eGrag pointed out the obvious ceiling reached in the previous bull market where the price crested at 80 cents. I want that to be very clear. Just look at where XLM's price was when we released the first video on this channel right before that bull run started. That was the first crypto videos we released. Around that time, look at the charts and where XLM's price was around that time. And then look where it went to 80 cents. 80 cents. Let it go to 80 cents again. Oh, my goodness. After all this time, stacking and stacking and stacking, let it go to 80 cents again. It says, at the moment, Stellar has fallen by about 48.16% from the peak of 18 cents it touched in July 2023. A range eGrag Crypto noted has placed the coin on track for its planned resurgence. Listen, anything can happen in this next bull run. I'll just say it like that. I don't know how high everything is going to go. I don't have a magic crystal ball or anything like that. I just know if it skyrockets like last bull run, it's going to be a glorious time, period. It is. It was glorious last time. A lot of people made a lot of good gains last time. Says eGrag highlighted that the 48.16% drop in the price of XLM aligns with the coin's 4 significant drops in its journey to retest its all-time high of 93 cents. These drops include 44, 51, 48%, 43. It says plunges respectively, averaging 47%. So, we'll see what happens. I'm not big on the charts. I'm more big on actual use. Partnerships that makes the people bullish if they know it's going to be used for something. When those smart contracts come out, oh man, that could be a game changer. I hope that it is. I hope that those get a massive push. It seems like people are excited about them. So once Soroban is up and popping, running, we'll see how that affects everything as well. If we get a little bit more clarity in the United States, which right now obviously is very difficult to come by, right? I mean, there's these little pushes, but you don't know if it's real or fake. It never seems like anything is done. I get that. I understand that. But what else are you going to do? You have to hold out hope that one day we do have that clarity, because in the United States, you want to play. If not, better start playing in the rest of the world and flip that switch in the rest of the world and start really making that big push outside the US. But as of now, the hope is that we get some sort of clarity. Now, when Ripple wins that SEC case, that could move things forward a little bit because the use cases are so similar. What's the point of the SEC going against anybody else that has a similar use case if they can just make the same arguments that XRP did and they're going to lose, right? But then again, that could be the argument of different judges. But then I don't know. The legal system's been crazy as of late. But make up your own mind. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's the XLM news for today. All right. eGrag is saying that it could go to $5 at some point. So we will see. We shall see. I'll take it. So now let's go here. We have this article here is titled Blockchain Can Unlock $400 billion in Global Financial Innovation. It says major financial institutions and technology firms are realizing the transformative impact of blockchain and billion-dollar opportunities in the tokenization of private assets. Blockchain technology is close to unlocking a $400 billion revenue opportunity for asset managers by enabling the tokenization and fractionalization of private assets, according to Polygon's head of institutional capital, Colin Butler. Speaking exclusively to Cointelegraph, Butler unpacks how the broader financial sector is on the cusp of launching products and services built on blockchain protocols that could fundamentally disrupt the landscape of global finance. So see, you still have these people at the top speaking as though we're still in a nascent phase, because we are. A lot of people don't want to accept that reality that we're still at the beginning. It doesn't matter how many years it's been. It doesn't change the truth, right? If you want that big money to come in, you have to see things for what it is, but it is there. and it is coming. And there's going to be quite a few winners, right? It says Butler, who joined Polygon after a 2-decade-long career on Wall Street, highlights a changing narrative toward institutional adoption as major investment firms like KKR begin tokenizing significant funds using nascent blockchain platforms. All right, so let's get here because I want to get these last two in. All right, two of the big dogs in the world. Let's cover some of these here. We got a little bit of Bitcoin news because Bitcoin is looking so good. It definitely is. Bitcoin hits $50,000 after 2 years as spot Bitcoin ETFs attract record $1.1 billion. It says notable contributors include BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust and Fidelity's Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund, holding $4 billion and $3.4 billion in assets, respectively. The price of Bitcoin has surged by 16.5%, reaching over $50,000 over the past 7 days, marking its most substantial weekly gain since October 2023, according to market data. This impressive recovery is closely tied to accelerating inflows into US-based spot Bitcoin ETFs, surpassing a remarkable $3 billion US. Bitcoin, keep going. Get this bull run started. Let's go up a little bit more, Bitcoin. Let's go, because I'm ready. Strong inflows. Strong inflows. Sometimes I make myself laugh. Strong inflows propel Bitcoin ETFs to new heights. Over $1.1 billion in net fresh funds were injected into spot Bitcoin ETFs last week, underpinning the price action. CoinShares, an asset management firm, reported this surge, highlighting a significant shift as outflows from established funds like Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, GBTC, and ProShare futures-based ETFs slowed down. Yes, I remember the reporting of this, and I immediately said to myself, here we go. We're about to take off. And it did. As of February the 9th, BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust takes the lead with $4 billion in assets. They kind of reiterate what they said at the top. So let's skip that little part there. It says here on February the 9th, spot ETFs experienced net inflows of $541 million in a single day, coinciding with Bitcoin's price crossing the $48,000 mark for the first time since ETFs received approval. Simultaneously, global equities demonstrated strength, with the S&P 500 index achieving a historic high, closing above the 5,000 mark on February the 9th. In addition, Grayscale's GBTC has seen its outflows decline to a record low of $72.7 million since January the 11th, suggesting that the Bitcoin ETF market might be stabilizing. All right, so now let's close out here with the one of our favorite assets, one of our favorite commodities, gold. You already know we're going to close out with gold. This article is titled, "Gold Forecasted to Reach Fresh All-Time High of $2,250." Now, I had said just about a month ago, I think my prediction for gold was around 2,200 that it could possibly reach. And I believe that's reasonable. I think that's very reasonable. You know, heading towards the end of this year, of course, given certain catalysts come into play. We shall see. But let's read this little tidbit here. It says here, gold prices remain on a slippery slope as XAU/USD charts are on a downward spiral this month in February 2024. The price of gold dipped from a high of $2,100 this year and is now hovering around the $2,240 level. It is now facing strong resistance at this level. The precious metal dipped after the US dollar outperformed all leading currencies and came out on top. It says here, the US dollar index is now at 104 and steadily climbed from a low of 101.80 this year. I love a weak dollar. I hope it goes back down. I just want to make that clear. A stronger US dollar dimmed the lights for gold, making it to head south in the charts for 2 weeks. Okay, so now it says Despite the market turmoil, commodities are expected to grow this year in 2024. Leading commodity analysts remain bullish and are confident that the markets will recover after Q2 this year. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with this. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.